Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Dexter Resurrection. This one's going to be doing another discussion video for today after the finale of Dexter Resurrection, of course, that aired last night. Definitely make sure to go ahead and check out that episode, and we did do the review as well too, which we filmed, of course, well, I filmed it actually a day before because I was able to access the episode early, of course, because if you didn't hear, there was a leak for the finale this week, which was pretty insane. But anyway, the season is done. The reviews are done. You can check out all the reviews for all 10 episodes of Dexter Resurrection. And, well, now we're in the break times, man, which is kind of sad. But we're going to do a lot of Dexter videos. We're going to keep that Dexter content going. And obviously, until we get the inevitable renewal for Season 2 of Resurrection, which I'm sure is around the corner. I would hope so, at least, because they got rid of Original Sin. So I'm hoping they're keeping this, too. But they better, you know? But yeah, I wanted to talk about the ending scene, because the ending scene was kind of an interesting one. It almost looks like we set up a potential villain for Season 2 of Resurrection already. And I'm talking about Al in this one. So, Al, of course, is the guy that got away, the ponytail killer, in Episode 8. Dexter was going to put him on his table, and then obviously he called him. And he's like, hey, buddy, yeah, I'm heading out, man. I'm sorry, I just missed you. I'm going to have to get rid of my phone now, you know? And he dropped it and, you know, got rid of it. And it was kind of insane because it was one of the first times in any Dexter media at all where someone escaped his table. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't even get him on his table. Like, Dexter did not get him at all, you know? And it's kind of insane because, you know, you'd think, like, no offense to Al, but he's kind of the dumb one of the group, you know? He's kind of the stupid one. And it looks like he was actually the one that outsmarted Dexter. And I was like, man, that is crazy. That is insane. Now, I kind of thought at first, I was like, okay, wait a minute. Is this like some kind of ploy with, you know, Prater and obviously Al? Well, now we know. No, Prater's dead. There was no plan in place at all. He really did leave. So, what I'm thinking is Dexter's going to track him down in Season 2. Now, is Al going to be the main villain of Season 2? Is the question. I don't think he will be the main villain. I don't see him as being the main, you know, antagonist for Season 2. What I see happening is that for the first episode, maybe 2 episodes, 3 at the most, they will, you know, advertise Al as kind of being a, you know, a threat for Dexter. And I think Dexter will take Al out at some point in the first few episodes. Around episode 2 to 4-ish, one of those episodes, Al will go down, and then they're going to phase in the next villain. Whether that's the New York Ripper, maybe, or, you know, something else going on, maybe a new storyline altogether. Hell, maybe it's Quinn. You know, we never know. Maybe Quinn's the villain of Season 2. I don't know. But I think that they did set up not the villain of Season 2, because I don't think Al's going to be the main villain of Season 2. And obviously, I want to hear your comments on that. Do you think that Al will be our main villain for Season 2? Because I just don't see him being the main villain of this upcoming season. I don't see it. I feel like the way that they kind of set this whole thing up, it's more so lining up, to me at least, that it would be a new character, maybe the New York Ripper himself, something like that. Whoever the New York Ripper is. I mean, we don't know exactly who the New York Ripper is, but it would be somebody, maybe a new character in Season 2, you know, stuff like that. But he did read the card at the end of the episode when he was on the boat and he was driving away, and I also, might I add, I couldn't help but notice that the boat was also called the Getaway Boat. I thought that was pretty creative. But anyway, point being, I did like that they did that because it kind of set up a little bit of intrigue for Season 2 with Al's characters. So I think it's a fake out, kind of. I think he'll be around. He'll be kind of a threat for Dexter for the first 2 episodes, 3 episodes, and then we're going to get into the main villain of the season going forward from there. I think Resurrection is going to follow the same formula as, you know, the first season, which is that they wait a few episodes to get you into the storyline, and then they drop you into the main villain. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to wait a couple episodes. Al is going to be a threat for Dexter. It's going to be a back and forth. Hell, they may turn Al into a really menacing dude. You know what I'm saying? Because he is evil and he is messed up. You know, so I wouldn't put it past him to do something like that. But in terms of that, that's kind of my overall thoughts. I feel like Al will be back. I don't think he's the main villain of Season 2, but I think he will be taken out in the early parts of Season 2 as we get ready to phase in whatever that next storyline is, which, with the way that they hyped it up this season, admittedly, and the fan theories I've heard, and the back and forth, I honestly hope that Scott Reynolds and Clyde Phillips are sitting down right now, and they're like, okay, shit, we need to do something with this New York Ripper, because who is the New York Ripper? I mean, I can't count how many videos I've seen people make of that. I did videos on it, you know what I'm saying? People want to know the New York Ripper. They want that to be a big storyline. And it's been hyped up all over the internet. So honestly, I think they'd be pretty stupid to not do that at this point. So I'm thinking the New York Ripper, some way, shape, or form, will be the main villain of Season 2. And Al is a red herring. It's like you think he's the villain, but really, he's just a side quest before we get into the main plot of Season 2. Not to mention, we're probably going to have more of Quinn and Masuka. I'm assuming Quinn is not going to be happy about the Batista death. We're probably going to see his reactions to that, I would assume. Probably more Quinn in general. So it's going to be a big season, you know? We're probably going to start off with Al. We're probably going to give him a bunch of menacing villain stuff going on. Then we're probably going to get, you know, Quinn, Masuka, hell, we might even see an updated Miami Metro. You know what I'm saying? That would be great. I would love to see that, how everything's running, you know? That's the big, like, request I have for Season 2, by the way, is seeing an updated Miami Metro, you know? I think that would be awesome if they were to do that. I think that would be fantastic. Maybe get some new characters, some new police officer characters, you know, in Miami. Get some new ones there, you know? I think that would be pretty cool. You know, get to see some of those old sets again. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we'll ever see Dexter's apartment again, but Miami Metro, we definitely could. I mean, Miami Metro was in Season 1 of Resurrection. We could definitely see the station, and we could definitely see, you know, a little bit more of that. I'm hoping so, at least. But then, the main plot of Season 2, I think, will be after Al, after all that stuff, New York Ripper, and then we'll kind of go from there. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But did they set up Al as the main villain for Season 2? Let me know your theories on it down below. Do you think that's set up for him being the main villain of 2? Or are you kind of like me where you think they're going to fake him out, they're going to kill him off in the first few episodes, and then we're going to get into the New York Ripper? Or potentially a different villain altogether. So, let me know your thoughts. If you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button to miss any of the videos for Dexter. You should follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Dexter Resurrection. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.